Hey guys, thanks for watching today. Remember, it's only 7 to 10 minutes, and I'm excited. I need you to do a couple things though. One, I need you to review the process. I'll send that out as an email. We covered it Saturday. Also, I need you to send your equip group numbers. They're very important. I want to track how we're doing, how we're growing. If we're not doing that, if the business world is willing to do that with money and fiscals, we ought to be willing to do it with souls because they're wildly more important. But I'm going to get into it real quick today because, again, I only have 7 to 10 minutes, and I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to babble. I want to give you this quickly and easily. I want to give you some wisdom today on how to effectively lead your small group. And if you've been on Teachable, you've already read this, but I think it's wildly important to go back through it. And remember, maturity isn't prophesying wildly. It's not preaching an amazing message. Maturity is the consistent application of the fundamentals. If you can consistently apply the simple things, the beginning things, I promise you, maturity will come in your students, in your group, in your life as a leader, and so on and so forth. But how to effectively have a small group, the first point is you have to effectively invest, intentionally invest certain things into their lives. The very first thing you have to intentionally invest into people's lives is your time. Time is the most valuable thing you have. And by saying, I'm giving it to God, I'm giving it to these students, it is saying a massive statement. Your time I value, and I want to thank you for it. And I want to thank you that you're giving it to these students. But the very first and initial thing you must do is you must invest your time into these students. I did a little bit of math, and it's pretty crazy. Today, the U.S. consumer spends about 2 hours and 38 minutes per day on their smartphone and tablet. 80% of that time is spent inside of one app. The average American spends 2 hours and 34 minutes a week watching TV, which is pretty crazy. I did a little bit of math, and I recognize that we waste about 59 hours per week. Whether it be on TV, whether it be on our phone, whether it be just wasted time. Most people waste about 60 hours a week on something. Imagine if you only took 1 hour and invested that into somebody. Imagine if you took 10% of that time, 6 hours, and invested it into somebody. The return that you'll see is wildly amazing. And I've been saying wildly a lot today. I don't know why. It must be a new catchword. But honestly, we have time. We just don't always spend it the best. If you want to have an effective small group, you have to invest your time into these students. Not just random time, but intentional time. Some ways me and Mindy have done it. Really simply, on Tuesday nights, we love Jamie Spano. If you're listening to this right now, text Jamie, tell her that you love her. We used to bring Jamie Spano to Tuesday nights here every week. We had Rock Solid Faith for Students. And we would bring her and make her go grocery shopping with us every single week afterwards. We invested a lot of time into it. Even it was doing something normal, it was doing something that wasn't crazy, but we took particular time and made sure that we spent it with her and invested in her and loved on her. The next thing that you must be willing to invest is your love. You must come open, soft-hearted, expecting that you will be hurt. But can I tell you, if you love, you will be vulnerable. And if you're vulnerable, you will get hurt. But if you want to continue to love students, you have to be willing to get hurt again and forgive them fully. But I want to, honestly, Jesus was wildly hurt by people. I said that dang word again. Jesus was massively hurt by those people that he loved. But he knew it was worth the price. He knew he was willing to pay the price, that his investment of love was so important. Now, some people will tell you, well, guard your heart, guard your heart. Yes, above all else, guard your heart that you don't get offended, so you don't get turned off from the ministry. Don't guard your heart and not let anybody in to show them the love of Jesus. Guard your heart, but guard it against offense. Guard it against attacks of the enemy, but always keep it open to the things of Jesus. I heard a great minister, Pastor Sam Mayo, Jeannie Mayo's husband. He said, you need to have a velvet wrapped steel cord for a heart. What does that mean? It means your heart, it cannot be destroyed, but it's soft when people touch it. Let your heart be soft, but don't let it be destructible. Mm-hmm. The next thing you need to do is you need to give them attention. How crazy is this? It's very simple. Gary Vaynerchuk is a media marketing genius. He said the most valuable thing is someone's attention, because if you have their attention, you'll be able to drive whatever you want towards them. But you got to give them attention if you want it in return. Anything you invest into, you have the opportunity to pull back from. Same with your money. If you want something, you have to invest into it. Look at it like a stock market, everything you do. You want greater things in your work? Look at it as like a stock market. The more I put in, the more I can draw out. And I will let you know the kingdom of God is not like the stock market. It does not go up and down. It's only on the rise. God's kingdom is always growing and increasing. Like, let's be honest. Who has the best attention of this generation right now? Social media has amazing attention. These crappy, whack rap artists who you can't even understand what they're saying because they're not saying anything because they're simply mumbling and they're idiots and they can't put together a decent verse. They suck, man, but they have their attention. What else has their, like, honestly, think about it. Drug dealers have their attention more often than youth leaders do sometimes, and it really peeves me. It really grinds my gears. You're a Family Guy kind of person. How crazy is it that a drug dealer knows when someone's about to run up? I mean, if you smoked in here, don't lie. I know most of your testimonies. Or if you did something, well, you'd probably get a text. Hey, I'm good. Hey, I re-upped. Hey, I got more of what you need. They're putting it out there. I got what you need. I have your attention. You know where to come and get it. As leaders, are we letting them know, hey, I got your back. I'm here for you. I got what you need. Jesus is what you need. I'm here when you're ready. I'm here when you need it. We have to invest 3 things intentionally. It's our time, it's our love, and it's our attention. And as we give those 3 things, I promise you'll see a return on that. Your equip group will start to become even more effective. Now, there's other keys we'll cover in more weeks, but the very start off of having an effective equip group is investment of your time, your love, and your attention. Now, here's your homework, very simple. This week, or I want you to look back at last week, Sunday to Sunday. And it might be a little bit difficult. Don't spend 2 minutes. You won't be able to do it. Spend a couple minutes. I want you to track in categories where you spent your time. So the categories, and don't text me, please, and say, what are they? Just rewind the video and watch it, or text somebody else you know already did their homework because they're a good student. I want you to track it in how much time you spent sleeping, how much time you spent personally with Jesus, not at a church service. How much personal time did you spend with Jesus? How much time did you spend at work? How much time did you spend at church services? How much time did you spend building the kingdom? That would be having an equipped group, investing into a student, coming to youth group on Thursday. How much time you spent with your boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, or family. And then how much time you wasted.
Can we put percentages instead of hours?
Yeah, you need percentages.
Okay.
And here's the crazy thing. I believe it was in Psalms that said, teach me the brevity of life. If we realize how short life is, I think we'll make great investments with our time and with our investment of our time, love, and attention. So I just want to encourage you today, send me those things as your homework. I will challenge you in them because I think if we want to grow, we personally have to grow first. If we want to go to new levels, we personally have to go to new levels first. And I don't want to have 100 kids. Real quick, I know I'm probably going over my time, but Teddy was telling a story this morning about David Oyedepo. He had 5,000 people in his church, and he started fasting because he wanted church growth. He was fasting so long and so hard that he started bleeding from his areas. His wife said one Sunday morning, you have to eat or you're going to die. He said, I'd rather die than only pastor 5,000 people. He said, I'd rather die than pastor such a small church. Man, teach us the brevity of time. What is success? These are one of the ways to have an effective small group. Get serious in your heart, and we'll see mighty things happen. I love you. I'm looking forward to your homework Wednesday at midnight.